The sun was already brutal by late morning when Cole Harrison pulled into a visitor spot at Red Pine Ridge, a quiet condo complex nestled just outside the city. His 9-year-old daughter, Lila, sat in the back seat, secured in her wheelchair, happily tapping away on her tablet. Born with cerebral palsy, Lila had been through more hospital visits and therapy sessions than most adults, but she was sunshine in a small body, bright-eyed, sharp, and endlessly curious. Cole turned to her, brushing a strand of hair from her forehead. "Just 5 minutes, sweetheart. I need to grab your medication real quick." "Can I watch Kitty's school?" she asked slowly, her words a little delayed but clear. "Of course," he smiled, setting up her tablet on the wheelchair stand. He made sure the AC was on full blast, her water cup was full, and her wheelchair's brakes were locked. Then, locking the doors with his spare key, he jogged across the parking lot to the pharmacy, which was visible from where he parked. From her porch, Meredith Langley watched, narrowing her eyes at the idling silver sedan. As president of the Red Pine Ridge HOA, she lived by the rules and enforced them like doctrine. No unattended vehicles with running engines, no exceptions. Seeing the out-of-state plates made her fume even more. Outsiders were always the worst offenders. Clipboard in hand, Meredith marched toward the car, muttering about rule breakers. She didn't peer into the back window. Instead, she focused on the violation form and reached into her purse for a key she wasn't supposed to have. She'd secretly duplicated the HOA's master key, justifying it as necessary for emergency situations. In her mind, this was one of them. She unlocked the car, turned off the ignition, pocketed the key, and slapped a bright orange violation notice onto the windshield with smug satisfaction. Inside, Lila blinked. The hum of the AC stopped, and the car grew too quiet. She looked up from her tablet, confused. The air felt still, heavy. A woman walked away from the car. Lila called out, "Hello," but her voice was small, trapped in a space growing hotter by the second. She tried to reach her dad's phone on the front seat, but couldn't. Her arms wouldn't stretch that far. Sweat formed on her forehead. The temperature inside the car surged. Less than 5 minutes later, it was nearing 100 degrees. Lila's breathing quickened. Her pink shirt clung to her skin. The water in her cup was almost gone. Panic set in. Amid this, Naomi Price, a child welfare caseworker, exited a unit after a routine check on a family. She was halfway across the lot when she noticed 2 tiny hands pressing desperately against a car window. She squinted. A young girl in a wheelchair, red-faced and visibly distressed, was locked inside. "Oh my God," Naomi gasped. She tried every door locked. "Sweetheart, can you unlock it?" Lila shook her head weakly and pointed to her legs. Naomi didn't hesitate. She called 911, reported the emergency, and grabbed a large rock from a nearby flower bed. She yelled, "Child trapped. Someone help." A man sprinted over, took off his boot, and with 3 heavy strikes, shattered the rear window. Just as glass hit the pavement, Cole came running, pharmacy bag in hand. "Lila," he cried, seeing his daughter slumped in her chair, people surrounding the car. "She was locked in with no air," Naomi said urgently. "We had to break the window." Cole fumbled with his key and opened the door. "I left it running. The AC was on. I was gone 4 minutes." He gently lifted Lila from the back seat as paramedics pulled up. They covered her with cold packs and gave her water. "She's got heat exhaustion," one medic said. "But she's stable. You got to her just in time." Just then, Meredith appeared, her expression twisted in outrage. "Who broke this window? This is vandalism." Officer Caleb Morales, who had just arrived, stepped forward. "Ma'am, a child was trapped in that car. We're handling it." "I'm the HOA president," Meredith snapped. "That car was left running. That's against our rules." "You turned it off?" Cole asked, stunned. "I didn't see any child," she replied coolly. Naomi cut in. "I'm a licensed child welfare officer. This girl was in obvious distress when I found her. You locked a disabled child in a car with no ventilation." Another officer joined the scene and asked, "Ma'am, did you enter this vehicle without permission?" "I have authority. I'm the HOA president," Meredith replied. "We'll need to verify your story," Officer Morales said. Cole showed his receipt from the pharmacy, time-stamped just 4 minutes earlier. Surveillance footage confirmed it. The officer's body cam also captured the confrontation. When they reviewed security camera footage from earlier, It clearly showed Meredith looking through the car window directly at Lila before shutting off the engine. "You lied," Morales said flatly. "Meredith Langley, you're under arrest for child endangerment and unlawful entry." The color drained from her face. "This is insane. I was enforcing regulations." "That doesn't give you the right to endanger a child," Morales said as he handcuffed her. Neighbors watched in disbelief, phones recording. One woman whispered, "About time. She's been terrorizing this place for years." By nightfall, the footage had gone viral. Headlines read, "HOA president arrested for locking disabled child in hot car." The next day, an emergency HOA meeting was held. The vice president called for a vote. It was unanimous. Meredith was removed. 3 months later in court, the judge glared down at her. "You showed reckless disregard for human life. You'll pay $50,000 in damages, complete 200 hours of service at a disability center, and attend empathy training." Meredith didn't speak. Her pride was gone. In the weeks that followed, the community transformed. New policies prioritized safety. A volunteer network was formed for families with special needs. Naomi became a regular in Lila's life, offering support, friendship, and connecting Cole with resources he never knew existed. The city launched a campaign called Look Before You Act. Posters showed a child in a car, with bold letters, "One look can save a life." Lila even spoke at a local elementary school, her small voice strong as she told her story. "I was scared," she said, "but now I help keep other kids safe." The community rallied around the Harrisons. Meals were delivered. Neighbors offered help. The burden Cole had carried alone was now shared. "I used to think I had to do everything myself," he told Naomi one evening as they watched Lila play on the new accessible playground built in her honor. A small plaque read, "Inspired by Lila Harrison, every child deserves to play." And one quiet morning at the grocery store, Meredith Langley approached them. Her voice was softer, her posture no longer proud. "I can never undo what I did, but I'm trying to be better." Lila looked up and said, "Everyone makes mistakes." And in that moment, something shifted. Healing had begun.